My name is Katie Cook, and I'm one of the hearing itinerants here in District 204. My partners, Christy Teiserlieb and Ann McGrath, and I would like to show you a little bit about our Roger FM system for kiddos in your class. You're receiving this tutorial because one of the students in your class has a hearing impairment and uses an FM system as a listening device. A student in your class might be wearing hearing aids, cochlear implants, one of each, or a different type of assistive listening device that they'll wear over their ear. We use an FM system so that we cut down on the distance of your voice to their ears. Hi, I'm Katie Cook. I'm one of the hearing itinerants here in District 204. My partners Christy Teiserlieb, Ann McGrath, and I would like to talk to you a little bit today about the Roger FM listening system. You're watching this tutorial because one of the students or more in your class have a hearing loss, and they use an FM system as a listening device so that they can have access to the best sound available. A student in your class might wear a hearing aid, they might wear a cochlear implant, one of each, or another small assistive listening device that they would wear over their ear. We use FM systems to cut down on signal to noise ratio, which basically means we want to cut out the background noise that might be happening around the student with the hearing loss, and we also want to cut out the distance from your voice to their ears. The Roger system looks like this. This is the docking station that does the charging, the pen itself, and then the lanyard. The lanyard is really flexible, rubbery, and it slips right onto the back of the Roger pen on the clip here. You'll want to be careful because this clip does break. If you pull it too hard, just slide it right in. The lanyard separates here at the magnet, and then it goes around your neck, just like that. There's no adjustments needed. The lanyard will help the device hang exactly where it needs to be. A couple buttons I want to show you on the device itself are the on-off button, that top button right there. You'll want to press and hold. It'll turn green, and then it'll start blinking green. And when you see the blinking green light, you know you're good to go. In order to mute the microphone, you just want to press the on-off button one time. You'll see the purple light, and then you'll want to press it again to unmute it, and you'll see the green light blinking again. The reasons that you might want to mute it are you're done talking to the class, they're going to go do their personal work, you're going to be working on your own or talking to another student. Your student with hearing loss doesn't need to hear your conversation, so that would be one situation you want to mute it. Another situation is have to use the restroom. Does have a bit of a range, so you will want to mute it in that situation. Maybe you're out in the hallway talking to another teacher, you step out to take a phone call. Those are all situations where you might want to mute the microphone. The second button on the microphone, it looks like a little chain link. That's the sync button. Most likely you won't have to deal with that button too often. What that button does is it connects the microphone to the student's hearing aid, cochlear implant, or assistive listening device. And sometimes they will wear small receivers connected to those devices, and that is what connects the hearing aid, cochlear implant to the mic itself. If you suspect that the microphone's not working, the receivers are not working, or maybe your student is just having a time with it and they're not wanting to use it, you can do a listening check. What I recommend is put the microphone on, walk to the other side of the room or minimum of maybe 10 feet away. Let the student know that you're going to be doing a listening check. Ask them to listen. Put your hand over your mouth. Ask an open-ended question, or maybe ask them to repeat a few numbers. Ask the question, ask them to repeat back, and then you'll get an informal idea of whether they're able to hear you or not. If you have a problem, try syncing. Further issues, contact one of us, and we can help out with that situation. The microphone does need to be charged daily. It will last throughout your day. However, each night, very gingerly, the student most likely will be doing this, you'll want to line up the two arrows gently press down on the microphone, and you'll see the orange light blinking. When you see the orange light blinking, you know that it's charging. A situation that does happen often is a student will come to your class, you'll ask for the microphone, and they'll say, "Oh, I forgot it." You can ask them to go get it. Or sometimes they might respond with, "I didn't charge it last night, it's dead." Good news is, the student doesn't have to be without it for the whole day. It takes about 2 hours for the system to charge, so you ask your student to charge it, they should be able to pick it up a couple periods later. There are 3 ways that the microphone can be used. Just like a cell phone nowadays, this microphone has the technology to know which direction it's pointed. So if you're holding it up to your lanyard, or with the lanyard around your neck, giving lecture, talking to a whole group, this is the way you would want to wear it. If you have a panel discussion, or maybe a day with presentations, you'll want to snap the lanyard right off. You can hand the microphone to the student, and that student can sit with it at a 45-degree angle, pointing it at the person that's speaking, and it'll be able to hone in on just that person. The third way that we like to use the microphone is if we set it down on the table amongst a group of people, maybe during small group work, or if your student's just working with 1 or 2 other people. Want to set it on the table, face up if you will, with the black microphone part facing up, and it'll be able to pick up all the sound around that group. On occasion, the lanyard does break. A lot of times what the case is that the magnet comes out and it no longer connects. If that does happen, or maybe one of the cords comes out, you can still use it. This clip is a little bit flexible, but it does have a breaking point, so be cautious there. And connect it to your school lanyard, and you can still use it in the meantime. If and when that happens, you'll want to contact myself, Christy, or Ann, and we'll bring you a replacement. Hopefully you'll still be able to continue using that until that point. Hopefully I've covered everything that you need to know about using this with your student. If you need more assistance or would like some one-on-one time, contact one of us and we'll be happy to help you. Have a great year.